Wardrobe for the Bass Tour Anglers podcast is provided by Koppel Outfitters. Go have an adventure. Visit them online at www.koppeloutfitters.com and on social media at Koppel Outfitters. Well, get those life vests zipped and clipped, strap down those rods, and stash those tackle bags because we are going fishing. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Keith Neiswanger, and this is the Bass Tour Anglers podcast. We'd like to thank Top Tier Tackle, manufacturers of the new T3 Rod Series, Swim Baits Plus, your site for those hard-to-find swim baits, and Koppel Outfitters, our official outfitters, for helping us bring you this edition of the Bass Tour Anglers podcast. This is episode 5. Our Winner's Circle segment features Tim Klinger, winner of the 2021 Bass US Open. Find out how he won the world's most difficult bass tournament. Klinger's had several big tour wins over the years, but he credits the US Open as the most important win of his career. Our trending segment features Randy Blockett. He's a 37-year tour pro. Find out what it takes to stay in that game for 37 years. He's got a lot of amazing stories to tell. Randy comes from the era when a pro bass tournament meant that pros drew out together, fished head-to-head in the boats, and you can imagine what that was like. He's got some great stories to tell for us. He's also got a really informative YouTube channel that we're going to talk about, and you're going to want to find out about that because he teaches so many good things. He's a pro angler in all senses of the description. Tournament fishing, and in service and providing great educational YouTube videos. Our Pro Tactics segment brings us into the world of kayak bass fishing. YouTube star Greg Blanchard talks about the world of professional kayak bass tournaments. He gives us some great insight into fishing tidal waters. He shares some great tips on vibrating jigs, great comments about when to fish a frog and when to punch a mat. He's also got some great tips for people that are wanting to start their own YouTube channel and wanting to get themselves that point of view perspective that so many people are using today on YouTube. It's a great interview. He's a great person. You're going to really enjoy listening to Greg Blanchard. In our Pro Rig segment, Harvey Horn's going to give us a tour of his Express bass boat. Express is a unique bass boat company because they're the ones that produce the all-aluminum bass boat that is capable of doing all the things that a fiberglass boat can do. Harvey's an excellent ambassador for Express boats. Pay attention to what he has to say about getting into water where other boats simply can't go. Finally, our Trophy Hunter segment features Mike Gilbert, a noted big bass expert. Mike's the creator of Working Class Zero and has dedicated himself to the big bass lifestyle. He's got an excellent video series on swim baits and big fish. He's a man that has dedicated his entire life to catching monsters. You don't want to miss Mike Gilbert. In episode 5, we welcome Koppel Outfitters to the show as our official outfitters of the Bass Tour Anglers podcast. These guys have everything you need for outdoor adventures. Check them out at koppeloutfitters.com. We're also getting closer to the official launch of Top Tier Tackle's T3 Rod Series. The T3 rods offer everything you can imagine for every kind of fishing situation that's out there. Cranking, jig fishing, punching and flipping, and finesse techniques. These rods are going to be available in 2021, right around the corner. Keep your eyes out for them. Stay tuned here and we will let you know all about the release of this new rod series. Look for the first episode of Systematic Bass Fishing. Applying a systematic approach to your bass fishing. Now, this is a little bit different, but here's the thing. The assumption is that you can take your background knowledge and of fishing and you can expand it, okay? Everybody has it, okay? I don't care how long you've been fishing, but if you've been watching videos, if you've been watching other things, if you've been fishing, you've got background information. And what systematic bass fishing is going to do is it's going to take your background knowledge and it's going to help you expand it. Okay? Does that look like crankbait water? Well, it is. Does that look like a place to fish a jig? It is. Does this look like a time to fish a plastic worm? Absolutely it is. Okay? Well, if that's the case, how come I'm not catching any fish? Well, you are going to catch fish. You have the right idea. What you need now is a system to apply to that fishing. Okay? You need to find the right variation of the technique. Look for 12 episodes of Systematic Bass Fishing in 2021. This is going to be a series that is going to help you catch more fish. I think you're going to like it a lot. We'll get those live vests zipped and clipped, tie down those rods, and stash those tackle bags because we are going fishing. Episode 5 starts right now.